Hello, hello, collectives. How are you doing? How was your day? Hope you're doing fine. Well, I have a very special reading for you today from my book. It's not my book, but it's a very wonderful book that I've come across. It's from the New Age Tarot Spread. So I will be doing a question for you, which is finding my calling. Okay. So it includes a set of 5 questions. The questions are: what is my calling? How do I avoid this calling? Why would it be better to embrace it? How can I find the courage to do what I came in to do? And how can I make a difference in the world? Okay. So, this is what the spread is about. And I have shuffled some cards already for you. So, yeah, let's start the reading. Okay. So, what is my calling? The first card you got is the Hermit. Okay. So, Hermit talks about a person who's very quiet, who is a bit isolated from the crowd, who is probably an introvert, maybe, and a person who doesn't really like to interact much with people, but at the same time has that inner knowing, inner knowledge, inner wisdom, and has a lot of experience in life. Okay. So maybe your calling is to go inward and to talk about your journey, like whatever you have been doing, whatever things you have experienced, and to share it with the world in your own way. It doesn't have to be in a very creative way. It can just be a normal video where you're just like sharing whatever you feel. Okay. And yeah, it could also be any wisdom, any knowledge, that you feel that you should share it with everyone. Okay, so don't keep those things inside you. Just let it out, express it out in your own best way. Okay. The second card which we have for you is how do I avoid this calling? Okay, that's the question. So the card for you is the King of Swords. So, well, you don't have to avoid the calling, first of all, but then you are actually avoiding it because, you are talking more about the practical things in life. And you're like, I need to do this, and this is how things get done. This is how, you know, things should function. But then you actually forget about your inner child, or things that bring out the best in you, or things that are not practical, things that are maybe emotional, things that you feel that you have just suppressed for a long time. So, those things are the things that need to come out. But then you're just avoiding it by being deadly practical, or, too much into work and too much into a routine, you know. But then you're just forgetting who you really are from within. It could be a dancer, a singer, a painter, a writer, or a person who plays a musical instrument, or you may love doing crocheting, or I don't know, anything that you have not done since a long time. Okay, so it's just trying to tell you to come out of it and show it. Okay. And the third question we have: why would it be better to embrace it? So the third card which we have for you is the Lovers, right? So this card talks about you having too many options or too many things, and you're like, should I do this? Should I do that? If I do this, will this be nice for me? It's like you're just putting a lot of mental load on yourself, and just avoiding doing so many things when you can actually just start. you don't have to think about ways or options, or you're just creating obstacles for yourself when you have so many things that you can do. You just have to start. you know you're just like avoiding it. So I want you to start that. Okay. And the fourth card which we have for you for the question, how can I find the courage to do what I came in to do? This is absolutely right. You have the Eight of Swords card, which really talks about you feeling stuck or you questioning yourself, like, how can I do this? Will that be the right thing to do? What do you think people will say about it? Do you think they'll judge me? Do you think they will make fun of me? Or, you just feel very insecure. So, I don't want you to feel stuck. I don't want you to feel insecure about anything. We all have faults. We all are not perfect, and we just need to do that. Like, for example, I also don't consider myself a very perfect person. Even I'm learning from things, I'm also going through things, and I'm just learning. I'm still a learner, I'm a student for life. So this learning is an ongoing process, and yeah, I don't feel stuck. I feel much more clearer than before, and I love whatever I'm doing. And even if anyone says anything about me, judges me, I'm totally fine with it. So try to be confident, don't lose your confidence, and you got this. Okay. And the last question which we have for you is, how can I make a difference in the world? Okay, wow. So the last card we have for you is the Three of Wands. This is such a pretty card. So this card talks about mostly traveling, mostly expansion. Okay, so expanding whatever you are doing. For example, you may be doing something small, but nobody knows about it, and you're very good at it. So you need to find ways for that to reach out to a much more larger audience, much more larger perspective. Okay. And yeah, just go full in. Don't think about what's going to happen next, or how your future is going to be. No, just listen to your inner child, just listen to yourself, your heart, whatever you feel, whatever you think is going to make yourself free from all this. Okay, free from all this prison that we live in. So, yeah, I want you to find your inner calling, and I want you to embrace it, and I want you to show it. This is the time to show it. Okay. And I wish you all the best, collectives, and I hope that the message reached you and you may at least start thinking about it, not in a very serious way, but at least, give it a thought. And yeah, that's all I have for you. And I hope you find your inner calling. And if you did, and if this video kind of like motivated you or inspired you, don't forget to like, share, comment, follow, subscribe. Okay. Take care, collectors. I love you all. Thank you for your support and love always. See you soon. Bye bye.